Hey guys, thank you for clicking on this. This video is going to be a little different than what I'm used to doing, but Upper Echelon just came out with something that really blew me away. It's the content slop tsunami is dying. Thank you for clicking on this, and let's get into it. If you've been paying attention at all and you've been making your own content using AI, whether it's for ads or for blogging or even video, the opportunity that we have right now in terms of AI, but also in terms of content generation, ad generation, all that is changing. The YouTube Partner Program is changing its monetization policies, and it's a recent update. You wouldn't think it means too much, but what Upper Echelon pulls out here is that he's saying that YouTube is updating the guidelines to better identify mass-produced and repetitious content. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but I went and I made a bunch of videos, and then I'll show you guys this. I put up one which was cool, a second one which had the same audio. This one had the same audio. And then you can see here the drop off. It goes from 112 to 8, and then just zeros. So I think that even TikTok is running into this, where it knows what repetitious content is, and it's paying attention to that, right? It doesn't want to serve the same stuff or a slight variation of stuff to the same people over and over again, right? And this is something that I talk about with my clients when it comes to SEO, and it's something that's worth thinking about with you too, because Google is its own sandbox. It's got a monopoly. It manages search, it manages ad, it manages, content that comes through it, even emails and everything. So it's kind of everything. So Google's value to each customer is dependent on how successful it is at serving content that is either entertaining, informative, or one of a balance in between those two. Now, if it's serving content which people are often flipping off of, right, and skipping, that content doesn't really go anywhere. And we're coming to this point now where people are starting to see what this content looks like, and we're getting a good eye for it. So he talks about this here. If you have a look, the Gartner Hype Cycle. So technology trigger was the AI came out, peak of inflated expectations. That's kind of, I would say, where we were like a couple months ago, maybe. And now we're on the way down. He kind of has his mouse here because we're heading down into what's called the trough of disillusionment. And it's this idea that there's not a ton of new stuff that's happening with this all the time, right? Like if you're like me and you're a hyper user, you know how difficult it is to even get like a website going, or all the work you have to put into like get something that actually ranks, which I love to do and I have a bunch of videos on, or make content like what we're talking about now. So we're on the way down. This has a lot of other implications for stuff like stocks, trades, bonds, and that kind of stuff. If you're interested in that, we can go into a different time. But this is like the content slop that we have has been on the rise for a long time. And we're getting now to this point where, and I'll show you here, you can use stuff like HeyGen and you can create these like hundreds of people. And I did that, right? Like this is a HeyGen video. And it, for all intents and purposes, did everything I needed it to do. It had a cute girl. It said everything I needed it to, and it got me clicks, and at the end of the day, clicks are kind of my currency. And for most businesses, that is the currency. So you have the HeyGen here. And then what he goes into is he talks about this company where they're pumping out like 3,000 podcasts a day or something. They produce each podcast for about $1. And they have a bunch of ad rolls through them. So if they can get more than 9 people watching each podcast, they are profitable for that podcast. It's only 9 people it takes for them to make $1 off a podcast. And they have an estimate in here that there will be more AI people than human people on the planet in 100 years. So where does this leave us? And what am I kind of getting at here? I mean, there's a lot of policy updates. There's a lot of really cool stuff. Like, man, I like some of these videos. This seal got me. It really got me. Oh, sorry. what I'm getting at here is that whatever you're doing and whatever you're producing, I think you should keep doing it. The AI stuff that is being created, I mean, it looks good and it can work, and you will find an audience for it. As you can see here, this guy just, back and forth with his hand. Absolutely amazing. He looks like an e-girl. He's an e-thought, whatever you want to call it. If this is something you want to test and you want to get going, great. I want to also test this, and I'll keep you up to date on how it goes. But what I found in my early tests in this is that the second it sees that there's like similar content getting pumped out and it's coming out over and over again, it literally throttles it, because it doesn't really want the same slop going out to each person. Okay. And so people are now becoming wise to the slop. They know what it is. And we're now hitting this trough of disillusionment. It's different than where we started. We're past the highs. And with this profit, soon will come what's called like the slope of enlightenment and the plateau of productivity. So if you're like me and you're a productivity user, you're a super user, I feel like I'm already over here. I'm sure that there's a bunch of apps that are going to come out, and you see them all the time. I'll actually review some of them here. That just really help with productivity, right? There's a lot of apps where you can just like upload something and it'll cut it, it'll chop it, it'll use AI to piece stuff together for you. And I think that's where it's going. If you're using AI to create your ads, I think it's awesome. I think you should keep going, and I think you should keep testing. One thing I found though is that even just making little shorts and talking to people about stuff, right? So like just talking to the camera about it, having a quick chat with the camera, doing a 20, 30-second short for whatever product I'm working on, or if it's for a client or if it's for myself, those ads just go so much farther than having an AI person do it. Like you can pump out a short for yourself in, like 30 minutes or less, sometimes a lot less. Like it's 30, 40 seconds of recording. You could do a prompt to give you like a solid hook and a little bit of something to say. But once you have that like kind of organized and locked in, I come on here, I'm going to do this video, and then I'm going to go and I'm going to make 5 or 6 shorts around this video, because it works for me, right? Like, and I can do that, and I can test a bunch of stuff and see what's going on. And that works for advertising too. People now, when they see AI, they have an idea that it's not trustworthy, that it's not working, that it's someone out of some country that's not theirs. And where this is leading to is that stuff like this, where it's like, you're just hanging out with someone and you're just like getting an idea for what's going on and what they're up to, is so valuable. And it's coming to a point now where this stuff, this live hangout with someone IRL, is like gold. So if you're looking for something to do, if you're looking for, your next content idea, or you're looking to start your own content, do it. Please do it. In the description, I will share a couple of videos that really inspired me to help get this channel started. They're philosophy videos. So I don't know if this channel's up for that. I don't know if you like philosophy, but that's it. They're going to be shared. If you stayed to the end, this is the end. What do you think about this content slot? Like, are you clicking on, AI ads? Are you checking out AI websites? Are you using AI for your ads? Like, let me know. I want to know what's going on out in their market. Why, with people like you who are doing this stuff every day, or even just curious about it. So anyways, stay to the end. You're an absolute legend. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. You are so cool. I love you guys, and I will see you later.